If you're anything like me, packing everything in a carry-on is the only way to travel. While it would be ideal to go bigger with a check-in suitcase, I do not like to play the game of Russian roulette and risk an airline losing my suitcase. There are ways to remedy that, if that happens, especially if you have a travel credit card that has baggage insurance, like the Amex Gold and Capital One Venture X. It's still inconvenient, and I just prefer to have everything near me. The only time I'll ever check in my bag is when I go to Asian countries like Malaysia or my second home, Taiwan, because shopping is an absolute must, and it's so easy to go over the weight limit for carry-on luggage. Today, I'm going to go over what I typically pack in my carry-on that can last me up to 2 weeks. My name is Erin Donahue. I'm a professional photographer and travel content creator based in New York City. To carry everything, I use a Brevetti jumper backpack as my personal item, and a Waze the bigger carry-on. When I'm on the road, my objective is to be as light as possible while still having all my essentials. As a professional photographer and travel content creator, I need a camera bag that's compact, lightweight, and has good back support. Not only that, there needs to be space to put my other things like sweaters, toiletries, etc. I don't understand camera bags that are solely for gear and no other function. It's not fully functional to me then. I've previously made a comprehensive video diving into what I carry in my camera bag, which I'll link. For travel specifically, the gist of it is that I bring one camera body, either my Sony a7 III or a6400, my DJI Mini 3 Pro, accessories like filters, and a foldable phone holder and tripod. Many times I'm usually traveling with someone, but if not, I need to be able to gather content on my own, so I'll also bring a tripod. I used to bring my travel tripod by three-legged thing, but I found it takes up too much space. Not only that, I've had so many incidents where I was asked to put away my tripod, so I got a desktop tripod by Newer, and I bring it everywhere with me now. This thing is inconspicuous, and I've had a much easier time with it. I do wish it was slightly taller, but it gets the job done. I try not to bring too many electronics, the weight really adds up. One of the things I like about a Waze suitcase is their pocket for their rechargeable batteries. That being said, you have to take it out and hold it in your personal bag if you bring your suitcase for carry-on though. I also like using Anker's rechargeable batteries because theirs are more compact. For me, I do not like traveling with a laptop. One, because bringing it through security at the airport stresses me out, even though I have TSA pre-check for the US, who knows about internationally. And two, again, added weight. I wouldn't be able to bring one with me anyway because I don't own a laptop anymore. I only have a desktop. The power and capacity I need for post-processing photos and videos are better suited to a desktop. Of course, if a brand wants to partner together so I can test out their hardcore laptops for editing on the road, I am not opposed. Some other electronics I bring include my Bose in-ear headphones with the regular auxiliary plug-in, because I'm old school like that. And then I bring a portable light with me, usually the Aperture MC, for purposes of making content, but end up never using it. Depending on where you're going, whether a domestic trip or international, some essentials are a must for either of them. Obviously, for international, a passport is a must. Domestic just needs government ID like a driver's license. Along with a few other items in my wallet, I keep these in my side pocket in my personal bag with me at all times. Other items I usually carry on me include sunglasses, tissues, and chapstick. Toiletries are a very personal choice, so I don't think I need to go through any specifics, but some obvious things to bring are a toothbrush, toothpaste, a hairbrush. I got this from a stay at the Mandarin Oriental Miami one year. Skincare essentials, which I try to keep minimal, down to 4 or 5 steps. Deodorant and perfume. No one's trying to smell nasty. If you're not a makeup lover, this is space you can use for other stuff. Packing makeup is my biggest crux, I have to admit. I do a full face beat, so there are a lot of steps and products involved. I try to mitigate this by using travel size options and depotting. While makeup was my first love, and if I started a niche back in the beginning of influencer marketing, it would have been in makeup. I'm glad I'm not a beauty creator though. It's a super consumeristic field, and I have a huge shelf full of products that I'm trying to condense and use up. When packing for a trip, whether it's a short or a long time, it's important to bring versatile clothing items that can be mixed and matched. Checking the weather forecast and considering the activities you'll be doing during your trip heavily influences what to bring. As much as I want to be a fashion girly, comfort always wins out. Aim for a mix of comfort, stylish, and versatility to make the most of your travel wardrobe. These are some ideas on what clothes to consider. For tops, pack a combination of comfortable t-shirts and nice blouses in different colors and styles. Ideally, choose fabrics that have natural fibers like cotton, linen, or silk. I know, silk. Even cashmere if it's in budget for cold destinations. Not gonna lie, polyester clothes come in handy though because they can be packed down easily. For bottoms like pants or shorts, opt for neutral colors that can be dressed up or down with the tops. Dresses and skirts are obviously optional. I always recommend bringing a lightweight jacket, cardigan, or sweater for layering. The plane ride itself gets super cold being 35,000 feet in the air. For shoes, I typically bring 3, sometimes 4 if I can squeeze them in. Wear your heaviest shoes onto the plane, like if you're going on a hiking trip or a snowy destination. Wearing slippers in the hotel room, especially the shower, is a must. I am so judging you if you don't bring slippers. End of conversation. Bring a pair of comfortable walking shoes or wear those if you're doing a more chill type of trip. And also a pair of versatile flats or sandals for dressier occasions. Don't forget to pack accessories like scarves, hats, and jewelry to add a variety to your outfits. Again, I'd say those are optional, but it also depends on where you're going. I pack everything into compression packing cubes because they condense everything and can expand if necessary. More recently, I added an extra layer of wrapping each packing cube in a vacuum bag too, because one of my trips was passing through Paris during their bedbug infestation, and there were spottings at Charles de Gaulle Airport. I've lived through a bedbug infestation before. It is traumatizing. I never want to live through it again. So this should give you an idea of what to pack for a trip up to 2 weeks. Some people might not believe this part, but what ends up happening is that re-wearing clothes occurs more often than not. If you're able to find somewhere with a laundry machine, all the better. If that's not feasible, well, now you know why I pack perfume. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to see what else I post. See you in the next video.